In today's episode on the Ripple server, we visit Karloc's shop, Sheep and Head. A brief update of the Great North Tunnel. The witch farm works. And zombies die. All this and more in today's episode. That's a wrap. Get me my BLT. Behold the LNT. Hello, and welcome to episode number 6 on the Ripple server. So today we'll start off here in the shopping mall, which is looking very beautiful. And we will come and have a look at my shop. Here it is, here's the front window, and here I am selling player heads and some wool. So tried to go for quite a simple minimalistic look. Got the various player heads along here and a bunch of them. More down the back, more here. Hello. And more over here. So yeah, we've got plenty of everyone here on the server. And then over here, I've got where I sell my wool. So we've got a bunch of boxes, just white wool. Couple gone, but not too many. So yeah, there's my shop. Very simple. And yeah, I'm quite pleased the way it turned out. I decided a nice shop front would look good. So right from here is back into the nether, back to my base. Okay, here we are in the North Tunnel on my way back to my base. Thought I'd just show you some of the connections that I've added into the North Tunnel to connect to people's bases. Still working on some of these. That'll be the iron farm at spawn. And down here on the left is Danoobs, who have finally got around to updating it so it's no longer vivid pink wool. Then further up we've got Magoos. Then we've got my new connection to the Winter Wonderland place. And then that's pretty close to up as far as it goes north at the moment, where we've got Mad Cat over here. And for mine, we've got here with a skeleton face. Still need to do a bit more work around here. Got some chests tucked around the back. And then I've made a start on the tunnel that connects to my little nether portal down there, which when I've finished it, I'll show that. So here we are back at my base. Oh, pouring rain in the swamp. Oh, just that lightning as well. So here is my witch farm. Let's go, oh, lightning, run away. Right, so a little bit dark in here, obviously for spawning. Now, some of these floors have been out of sync because I forgot to turn it off when I left the area. So what I've done is I've added buttons onto every half platform. That should manually sync them back up because sometimes they get lost from their sticky pistons like this one here. So I press the button, let's just press them all. Just check, right, okay, it looks like the floors are all back in sync. So up here, this is just an Ilmango design witch farm where we have some floors which just fired, but it'll fire again in a moment. Obviously the witches won't spawn at the moment because I'm standing too close and therefore blocking them from spawning. Come on, fire, and we'll see what happens. The floor gets basically shoved up through the mob, and then the mobs drop down through the floors. So there are 3 floors, so we've got the absolute maximum we could fit into these spawn spots. And then over here, and you might have seen when we're outside, is the timing circuit to fire it all with an on-off switch here. What I should remember to do is whenever I unload, turn it off, and then they won't get desynced and out of position. So from here, I remember how to get down. We go down my ladder. Where this is the drop chute. I need to glass up all the walls. We lose a couple of bits on these glass blocks down here when they don't fall straight, but they can sort of meander off to the side or bump into each other. So it's just a long drop ending in a sudden stop, which just polishes off the witches. Let's just wait here for a second, see if we get some. Oh, that wasn't too bad. And the witches just fall to their death. So down here is where the drops go. So we've got some simple sorting system where we sort out glowstone, gunpowder, redstone, sugar, glass bottles, spider eyes, and sticks. These then, if they fill up, overflow into here, round here into a simple dispensing into lava circuit, and yeah, so we don't backlog the system, it will just destroy everything that's too much. Been AFK here quite a while and got quite a lot of glowstone, a lot of gunpowder, a reasonable amount of redstone. I think sugar's full up, glass bottles full up, spider eyes full up, sticks are basically full up. I pinched a couple of stacks the other day and haven't AFK'd since. And then over here is some of the dust I've turned into glowstone, some of the redstone I've turned into blocks, and then there's some gunpowder that I've pulled out so I don't overflow and waste the drops. So at my witch farm, this is the AFK spot. I usually just glass myself in, haven't done anything more permanent than that. Witches drop over there. I also activate this spawner and this spawner. Now these spawners will interfere with the witch farm spawns a little bit, but here we've got a normal spider spawner, and the normal or cave? No, normal I think. Come on, spawn, spawn, and you will see in a moment that they just spawn and drop to their deaths. And there they go. I have a second one over here. This one's definitely normal ones. I had to replace the floor out with magma block floor because these are regular spiders. Sometimes you get the jockey spiders and the skeletons would survive and then build up at the bottom. I did try putting iron golems in there and the iron golems did kill them, but the golems got killed off a bit quick. So this way, if anything survives the fall, then it will die to the magma block. And then, yeah, I can quickly show you. Yeah, I've still got access down to the bottom somewhere. Oh, and there are slime chunks around which are annoying. Have to try and stop them spawning. So here we have a minecart that whizzes round and round. And I think you can just see in there, I think I've got a row of hoppers running underneath at a single point that join up to the hopper stream that's under here. So each time the minecart passes, some of the drops are sucked out of it by the hopper. Then from this farm, which are all hoppers under there, goes into here, goes along here, and there's an item elevator, and the items pop up here to the top. So I can AFK at the witch farm and get string while I'm here as well. So it's back up to the top. So here we have my drop boxes for the string. I think I've emptied a few of them recently. And we get a few bits of bones and arrows and stuff. I could put a sorter in to sort out the non-string items, but I'm not sure it's worth the effort. And what have we got in here? Yeah, here are some of the wall blocks I've made. And then some more over here. I think these are all empty. And then I just put some shulker boxes here that I can take the wool from here and bung it up to there, ready to take down to the shop. So that is my witch farm. I've done a lot of cave lighting around here. Still a couple of dark spots I think that I need to sort out, and ideally need to sort out to stop these slime spawning. So if I go to my AFK spot, you see some string went up. There it goes. String. And we bring up F3, we can see that there are 40 entities loaded around me. Some of them will be these bits of string. Some will be some squid, probably over that direction, I think. Oh no, that direction. So not too bad. It'd be better if I could get rid of everything else from spawning. Hello, like you annoying magma cube. That's not magma cube at all, it's a slime. Right, so what else I've got over here near my witch farm is so down here we have a zombie spawner and a zombie spawner. And a switch here which will put both on or light up to stop spawning, and flick switch to make it dark again. So here is where I get my heads from, because they drop from zombies randomly. So most places in this room sort of marked out by this green glass. You will be close enough to activate both spawners at once. And again on this side, I think the green glass marks off where we need to stay within. So from here you can let them build up for some time. I use this also to repair my tools. Don't want to go to the ender. And come in here. I think a had dropped then, I seem to recall. So it takes quite a long time. Can AFK here to kill them if I want. This sort of trapdoor bit is just if I'm AFKing and I've got an auto smack them with my sword thing running. If I hit them with thorns, I won't get knocked out the way and end up not be able to hit them anymore. So, sort of relatively simple. We drop them down into water streams and then feed them through to here from that one. Oh yeah, and then we put them up a zombie elevator on this side. Then on this side again, we drop them down into water. We take them on a slightly more convoluted path down the bottom. And then these ones, where are you? There you are. Will come up here. Just trying to see why it just slimes up the top. Yeah, and it brings them across and down, and those go across and down, so they all end up here together. And then all we need to go in is go in and smack them. Gets me some XP, repairs my tools. I've got the regen and resistance here, just in case, to just give me a bit more durability against them. And right, so then the drops, okay, the drops go into these hoppers, get sucked up through there, start going through this system. And what do we do? Okay, first of all, we sort out non-stackable items with this device here and send them off in that direction. Then we come through, got 2 item sorters where we pull out rotten flesh and iron, I believe. Then the rest of the drops come up this item elevator here to these chests. So here, this is basically the drops that come up the top. We get some carrots and potatoes, they'll come up here. Then we get the player heads. And we did get a couple of pumpkins when it was Halloween. And then I take the player heads manually and shove them over here prior to taking them down to my shop to sell. Oh, and I got potatoes and carrots, so it's done quite a lot of that stuff. Just seems a shame not to keep that in case you need it. Right, let's just kill off them. Then let's look at the underneath bits. Oh, here comes the Winter Gravedigger, which is the zombie that can drop Winter's head. Let's just wait for that one, shall we? Let's kill that, see if it drops. Come on, down you come. Can see him at the top. There you go, over the edge. Nope, come on, Winter. It can be a bit naughty. Get stuck at the top for a few moments. The next one should drop it, knock it off. And what's the next one going up that side? There you come. Right, so you kill these. Obviously, looting sword increases the chance of the head dropping. I don't think it did drop. So let's look at the underneath bit. Oh look, there's dead noobs working his way through the system. I think from down here I activate one of them. I think I'm a bit far away to activate the other one. So you don't normally want to stay long down here. So what we have here is this is the sorter that sorts out rotten flesh. If I lock that, there's a trap chest as well, so it activates this whenever you open it. And this is the iron that is collected. Oh, there's probably nothing in the system. Okay, the way this works is this slot, when the lever's in this position, it locks or unlocks the hopper behind, so all of these rotten flesh just come straight out through this system, unless I've got it in that position when it will build up with rotten flesh. What I probably should do is build up a few just in case I need them, but yeah, it's rotten flesh. And here there is a dispenser there which dispenses into lava, or technically a dropper, I guess. So the rotten flesh goes straight into there. The non-stackable items come through this hopper chain along here and go into these chests. So here we have, it's basically armor and stuff. So it's not long since I've been here and emptied it. But these will build up in here. There's hoppers underneath them, which are locked by the redstone below them. And this hopper chain would suck all the items out of here into the dropper for disposal. So I can come along here, check what items there are. If there's nothing I want to keep, I can do that. And that will suck all the items out of there, and you can see them being disposed into lava. So there's quite a few chests here, so it will last some time before they're filled up. Because they're non-stackable items, they actually drain out relatively quickly. Because you get, 54 items in a chest, so 2.5 items a second. It's quite quick, whereas if you have stackable items, you have 3,500 items in a chest, which you can see would take quite a while. Oh, one other thing I forgot about is, because I ended up right down at bedrock level here, I had to elevate the zombies up a little bit, and I have a runoff here, which you see there, they get stuck. And the tall ones can swim up. Occasionally baby ones get up there as well. But the baby ones and the ones on chickens will come straight through here into the lava and die. I used to have just one block high, which worked okay, but the chickens, because they flap around and are quite floaty on water, needs to be 1.5 blocks high. Here, and then I also discovered I needed to put full blocks on top of these half slabs, because occasionally some of the baby zombies were glitching through into this half. There's the baby there, bye bye. Some of the babies were glitching into the half slab and then able to sort of move through the block and escape down here, which was just annoying. So although some can glitch through, they usually then suffocate in these solid blocks and die. So here I've got a very similar system where we've come up 2 blocks, and there's our elevator up to the top, and this is our 1.5 high gap to run off the end into lava to dispose of the baby zombies and the chicken jockeys. A very similar system on this side, again into lava, but because I was higher up to start off with, it wasn't a problem, and I only needed 1. So realistically very simple farms, just set up with lots of glass so I can see what's going on. And before these start cramming, let's kill some of them. Did you see there? There was a Wintergrave head. Not sure if we'll see it, but in a moment it should pop up this item elevator. Alright, we might have caught that, or I might not have done it quite in time. I think it popped up and then came in here. And here it's just a few chests, so I don't want to lose stuff because it's backing up to the system. So yes, this is how my dual zombie spawner works. It's mainly about the heads, to be honest. Wouldn't normally bother with zombies. But you might as well make the most of what you've got. Let's put my armor back on. Like I say, I can turn it off here if I need to. But obviously as soon as I go out of range anyway, they'll stop spawning and the spawned ones will despawn. Oh look, more spiders. So at the moment this is basically all there is to my witch farm and zombie spawner. Got a little, whatever you call this, tunnel that connects back to the first part of my base. I think also from when I'm at the witch farm, I'm close enough to load in one of my iron farms, but not both, because we're pretty close. I think I need more beacons to make more speed. And this sort of joins up with my storage room back in the initial part of my builds. So much to do, being distracted by too many nether tunnels and other such things, but eventually I'll get around to doing more around here. Still probably got a couple more farms to build, and then start looking at a bit more building things to look pretty. So here we are back on top of the witch farm. Might better hear a witch inside there. There's a circuit that's controlling it out here. There's another portal I've got over here. This is where I did all the digging out to make it a beautiful area. I need to move my beacons and get them set up underground properly to cover a large area. And yeah, chests and chests of stuff that was dug out here. Oh, some more chests over there. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please remember to leave a like, and if you want to see more content from me, then please remember to subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you for watching. Goodbye.